you can definitely build muscle even if you're 70, 75 years old. Hey guys, I'm Mark McKillier with Live Anabolic, and today I'm going to answer the question, can you build muscle after 60? And I'm going to kind of give away the answer. It's yes. But the main thing is, so many guys think you just got to give up. It's too late. Trust me, not only is it not too late, it's imperative that you continue to try to build muscle after 60. And the good news is, for a lot of you guys that are either beginners, as in you haven't been lifting weights or trying to build muscle in 10, 20, 30 years, or maybe you're a true beginner and that you've really never ever spent any time trying to build muscle, you guys are going to see the most bang for your buck. You all are the ones that are going to see the most muscle growth. The guys who've been lifting weights, for the last 20, 30 years, man, it's really hard to build any extra muscle, especially as we get older. We're just trying to kind of maintain and kind of hold on to where we're at. But for the beginners out there or people who haven't been working out in many, many years, you all are going to see fantastic results. And I promise, if you just kind of pay attention to these kind of 4 key concepts that I'm going to talk about today, and this is going to be a high level conversation. We're not going to get into a lot of details. You can definitely build muscle even if you're 70, 75 years old. All right, so let's start off with just the first key concept I want to talk about, and I think it's the most important one, and that is your workout regimen. So first off, guys, especially for you beginners, and a lot of you guys that are watching these videos, haven't been working out a whole lot, and so I would put you in that beginner category. Please don't just look at the YouTube videos on this channel and try to piecemeal several videos together that Gary and I have put out there for you, and then create your own workout program. These videos, these workout videos here on this channel are just that. They're just individual workouts, all right? A lot of them are just simple little things you can do, when you're traveling or at home. They're not designed as a full-blown program, okay? So please, don't try to create your own just because you've seen a few videos on YouTube, even if they're my videos, all right? I urge you to just check out, our website. We got some fantastic workout programs that Gary and I put together, and they're designed specifically for older guys, all right? All my stuff is really 50 and up. Gary's is, 40 plus. Gary's workout programs are typically done at a gym. You need all the equipment that comes with a really nice gym. All of my workouts can be done just at home with very little equipment, typically just resistance bands and dumbbells, and that's it. So they're not just workouts that we put together. It's a whole program that works in conjunction with everything else in that program. And I'm saying it comes with nutritional information. Gary's does, and so does mine. And then also, you don't just do the same workouts for 3 months. I actually change things up significantly from phase to phase to phase. Same thing with Gary. So first thing is, guys, your workouts are critical, and please don't just come up with your own stuff. All right, number 2 is your recovery phase. And of course, the recovery is built in to Gary and my workout programs, all right? But just as an overview, the recovery really is important, especially as we get older. Remember, we don't heal as fast when we get injured. Same thing occurs with building muscle. Remember, because when we're building muscle and we're doing our workouts, we're actually creating damage to your muscle fibers. That's part of it. We're getting injuries. We're making millions and millions of tiny microscopic injuries to the muscle fibers. And then during the recovery phase, your body repairs those injuries, and your muscles respond by getting just a tiny bit bigger and a tiny bit stronger every time. And of course, you do that over and over and over again, and that's what builds muscle. So the recovery is really important, and recovery is really several things. Recovery is your nutrition. Recovery includes the amount of sleep you're getting, and the amount of rest you have in between your workouts. So there's several different variables when it comes to recovery, and And guys, sleep is really important. And I know as we get older, it's really hard to get good sleep. I mean, I don't sleep nearly as soundly as I did when I was young. I mean, I was diagnosed with sleep apnea, all right? So there's entire videos that Gary and I have shot right here on YouTube that talk about ways to get better sleep. You know, look them up, use that little search feature with the little magnifying glass and just type in sleep and watch some of those videos. But you can also try some supplements that might help with your sleep. I mean, we have something called TestoChews. You know, you just take one of the, it's like a little gummy bear kind of type thing. It's just a little gummy. It tastes fantastic. You just take one before you go to bed at night. And it really does help your body get a more restful sleep. All right. And it creates there's all kinds of other little side benefits that come along with that. And that's, you know, your testosterone production. So guys, if you didn't know, when you're sleeping, that's when the vast majority of your testosterone is produced throughout the entire 24-hour cycle. So getting good sleep is not just giving your body and your muscles time to repair, but it's also increasing your testosterone production. And, you know, click on the link below this video and just look at the TestoChews write-up. Just look at what's the ingredients in it and what it does for you. And then you might even scroll down below that and look at some of the customer testimonials. I always recommend that you read testimonials. I think that's a really good deal. All right, number 3, guys, is our testosterone, and that's a biggie. There's tons of videos right here on this YouTube channel where we get into very specific details about how to increase your testosterone. But, you know, so many guys are probably suffering from low testosterone levels. It's very, very common, and it's pretty darn easy to get checked. You can actually do it from home. There's some kits that you can order, and they'll send them to you, and you just prick your finger and you put it in a little vial and just mail it back to them. Or you can just go to your doctor and have your doctor, request some blood work done, and they can check your testosterone. But if your testosterone is low, then it's going to make it so much harder to build muscle. So that might be one of the first things you start working on, is getting your testosterone levels up. Now, when you start working out, doing resistance training, that also helps increase your testosterone. You know, lifting, doing heavy resistance, damaging your muscle fibers, big compound movements, all send signals to your brain to ramp up its natural production of testosterone. So that's one way. And of course, eating good, getting rid of a lot of highly processed foods will help with your testosterone. Sleep, remember, that's another thing that helps with, increasing your testosterone levels. So guys, at least figure out where you are on the T-level scale so you know going into this if you get a problem that you need to take care of. And then, of course, the fourth key concept, guys, is just consistency. That kind of goes without saying, but a lot of guys get real excited and revved up, and they get these goals. It's January or whatever, and they go really hard for 3 weeks, and they don't see the results that they want. Okay. And then they're like, well, screw it. This ain't gonna work. I'm over 60 and it obviously doesn't work. I've been doing this for 3 weeks, and they look at their watch, right? So you gotta be consistent, guys. And so you have to have reasonable expectations. And part of that is taking progress pictures. I shot a really good video right here on this channel about how to take progress pictures and why they're important. But a biggie is, guys, the mirror is more important than the scale. So you might look at the scale and go, all right, well, I've lost 7 pounds in 2 months, and that just sucks. I'm not, it's not working. Guys, 7 pounds is a full gallon jug of fat, all right? So that's much more impressive when you think about it that way versus just a number, 7. 7 doesn't seem very impressive, right? So you need to be consistent and have reasonable goals, because a lot of guys might not see much progress for the first couple of months, and then all of a sudden, boom, they just start dropping fat, okay? Some guys are lucky. They start dropping fat just immediately and very consistently. Some guys will have this plateau, and then boop, all of a sudden the fat starts coming off, and then they plateau, and then boop, it comes off again, as long as they stick with it. And that's how I end every video. Guys, you have to stick with it and never give up on yourself.